I don't want us to have it. I've told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us details of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
A pleasant evening to you and many thanks for joining us on Beetv Media News, coming to you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. The Edo State House of Assembly Special Ad Hoc Committee continued its inspection of Governor Monday Okpebelo's project with a visit to Adesua Junction to assess the progress and quality of the ongoing flyover project. The committee members also inspected Ogege and Ewoku roads currently under construction. Beetv News senior reporter Bess Orito has details.
The quantity of the water we make a study and we see what's happening during any season.
The Edo State House of Assembly Ad Hoc Committee, led by the Deputy Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Samoyi Atu, continued its inspection on Governor Monday Okpebelo's project with a visit to Adesua Junction to assess the progress of the ongoing flyover bridge construction. The committee members were joined on the inspection by the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Edo State, Honorable Phyllis Ahabwe, and the Special Advisor to Governor Okpebelo on project implementation and monitoring, Engineer Mrs. Williams Bello. They were taken on a guided tour of the project by Heartland contractor Lorenzo, who assured that the project will be completed within 18 months ahead of the 24-month contract time frame.
Was the foundation for the retaining wall to be able to create the service lane to shift the traffic, because when we start to pile, otherwise there is no.
Speaking with journalists, the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Samoyi Atu, expressed satisfaction with the progress of work carried out at Adesua Junction and other projects inspected so far, describing them as a testament to Governor Okpebelo's unwavering efforts in demonstrating practical governance. The committee chairman, Honorable Ade Isibo, commended Governor Okpebelo for the judicious utilization of funds appropriated to him to carry out projects in the state. He assured that the House would continue to support the governor in ensuring that the projects are completed on time.
As you can see, the work is ongoing. In my entire life in Edo State, in Benin City, this is the first of its kind. It's not like most governors where they will appropriate funds for them and you will not see nothing on ground. We are here physically to inspect. Work is ongoing.
So far, so good. As a house, I think we are very gladdened that every kobo we have appropriated for the executive to work, we can see exactly what it is that they are doing with it. We are even much more delighted that the contractor has given a pledge that the contract time of 24 months might even be shortened to about 18 months or even less.
On his part, the Commissioner for Works Edo State, Honorable Dr. Phyllis Ahabwe, commended the contractor handling the project for the level of work done so far and ensure all ongoing projects in the state are executed to specification. Honorable Ahabwe assured the lawmakers that the project will be followed up to achieve quality delivery. Also, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Project Implementation and Monitoring, Engineer Mrs. Williams Bello, confirmed that the work is being done to specification with quality materials.
Well, I want to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebelo for the good job that he's doing for our state.
What we are trying to do right now during this dry season is to meet up with timelines.
Similarly, the committee members inspected the ongoing construction of Ewoku and Ogege roads off Saple Road. While interacting with contractors handling the project, they expressed satisfaction with the quality materials being used in the construction of the roads.
The scope of work is to have a paved road from Sapele Road to Amaba.
From Sapele Road to Amaba.
Yeah, the main alignment is 4.86 kilometers, and we have a spur of 1 kilometer from Amaba end to Obagi, so making it a total of 5.86 kilometers.
So from Sapele Road to Amaba, then from Amaba to Obagi.
Yes, on the left hand.
Speaking with journalists, the committee members applauded Governor Monday Okpebholo for the project, noting that when work is completed, it will bring relief to residents and improve the overall infrastructure in the area.
As you can see, we are not even communicating with the contractor. We are not telling any of them that we are coming to site, but they are on site. This is not MOU contractors. These are contractors that are visible. It's not like other governors that have passed before, where you see papers, you don't see the work on ground. The fact is the fact. Edo people are happy. Thank you to His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpebholo.
And like the Deputy Speaker said, these are the forgotten people. No one wants to come and do anything here because the billionaires are not here. This is a governor who thinks about the people, irrespective of status. And like the Deputy Speaker said, the House of Assembly will continue to do everything possible to support His Excellency.
What we are seeing today, even yesterday when we went around, what we are seeing is not politics. What we are seeing is practical governance.
This tells you that governance is not all about algebra. It's not all about DYDS. It's about application of resources, application of funds. That a governor gets the money to run a state and he uses that money to fix those states and do things very effectively.
The project inspection is part of the Edo State House of Assembly's oversight function. Best Orator reporting for Beetv News.
The Edo State Police Command wishes to strongly warn residents of the state against the sale, distribution and use of fireworks, popularly known as bangers or knockouts. The command has observed with concern the increasing use of these devices in various parts of the state. The loud and sudden explosions from these items are capable of creating unnecessary panic, causing fear in the minds of the public and potentially leading to false security alerts or avoidable emergencies. The police says the use of fireworks constitutes a nuisance and is prohibited under relevant laws. Anyone found selling, purchasing or using bangers will be arrested and made to face the full wrath of the law. Parents and guardians are advised to warn their children and wards to desist from these acts, while shop owners are strongly cautioned against stocking or selling these prohibited items. The command remains committed to ensuring the safety and security of all residents throughout the festive season and beyond. Members of the public are encouraged to report any person or group engaging in the sale or use of fireworks within their neighborhoods. Meanwhile, a new police public relation officer and the first female has assumed duty following the approval of a posting by the Inspector General of Police IGP Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PhD, NPM. ASP Eno Nkerewem Ikeodem, who hails from Akwa Ibom State, was commissioned as an Assistant Superintendent of Police in 2022 after completing a rigorous 5-year training program at the prestigious Nigeria Police Academy, where she bagged a bachelor's degree in English language. She is currently pursuing a master's degree in English at the National Open University of Nigeria, further enriching her academic and professional depth. During her training, ASP Eno went through several specialized courses, including the Combat Operation and Counter-Terrorism course at Police Mobile Force Training School, Ender Hills, Nasarawa State, the Citizenship and Leadership Training course, Shere Hills, Jos, the Forensic Analysis course on Basic Crime Scene Management, Wudil Kanu, and the Basic Detective course also at Wudil Kanu. She served in various positions demonstrating versatility, discipline, and exceptional professionalism. Posting include divisional traffic Officer at Deswa Division, Administrative Officer Ewotubu Division, Officer in Charge Crack Squad Ewotubu Division, Officer in Charge Confidential Department of Operations Edo State Command. Until her deployment as the Police Public Relations Officer Edo State, she was the Deputy Public Relations Officer in Edo State Command to 2 consecutive PPROs. The Chartered Institute of Public Management of Nigeria has conferred its prestigious fellowship award on the Executive Chairman of Oredo Local Government Council, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Iduseri, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to public service and administrative leadership. The induction ceremony held in Benin saw Iduseri decorated by the Institute, and his citation read, highlighting his notable achievements in governance, public sector management, infrastructure development, and grassroots advancements.
On behalf of the Registrar, the Council, and the Institute of Public Management of Nigeria, we admit you this morning into the professional fellow membership of the CIPM. Congratulations, sir.
In her remarks, Mrs. S.A. Esther Esquire, Assistant State Coordinator, commended Iduseri for his exemplary leadership, describing the fellowship as a well-deserved honor for a public servant who has consistently demonstrated integrity, competence, and dedication to effective public administration.
And we thought it wise, being who he is to us and what he is to the community at large, that it's important that we come here today and do him this honor by decorating him here, just to honor him for his person and his personality.
In his acceptance speech, Honorable Iduseri expressed gratitude to the Institute, describing the recognition as a renewed call to service. He said the fellowship challenges him to deepen his commitment to transparent governance, accountability, and people-centered leadership, raising the standards of public administration and bringing the dividends of democracy closer to the grassroots.
I want to pledge here that this is going to spur me to do more for my people. I believe in practical service and delivery to our people.
He also thanked the leadership and members of the CIPMN for their confidence, pledging to uphold the core values of the Institute and serve as a worthy ambassador of the profession. The event was attended by top public administrators, professionals, and stakeholders who congratulated Iduseri and lauded his steady stride in leadership and community development. Zainab Mohammed reporting for Beetv News.
Residents of Benin City have cited politicians prioritizing their personal interest over the people's interest as a driving force behind defection from one political party to another. Beetv News Osarigi Agbo reports that the residents noted the norms of defection can only stop when politicians start putting the interests of the people first.
The norm of politicians and elected office holders leaving their political party to join another party, commonly referred to as defection, has become a pressing issue among residents. They question the loyalty of these politicians to their political parties, wondering why an elected office holder elected under a political party would leave the party to join another party, noting that it is a clear indication that those politicians are putting personal gain above the people's interest. According to them, defection from one political party to another party can only stop when politicians prioritize the people's welfare and development over personal ambitions, even though it won't favor them. Others say the benefits of elected office holders should be reduced so that the office will be less attractive to people who can go to any length just to get into that office, noting that this will also go a long way in reducing the defection.
The people that they are selfish interests, they are selfish. Very, very selfish, because they don't want to work for their people. They are looking for what they are going to pick. What will be the purpose of political parties? Not be for your interest. They do it for anybody. They do it for anybody now.
Some other residents were of the opinion that political parties should establish strict laws and policies to prevent members from defecting to other parties after benefiting from their original party.
I think the defection is actually like a symptom of something that is way deeper. It's not just the defection, is what they stand to gain. So what should be done, what should be addressed, not just the defection, is what they gain in the office that they are trying to go for. So if you reduce the mass monetary value that is placed to those offices, there will not be motivation for people that are going there for their own personal interest to go there.
This thing will be guided by law, but only say the law will not be effective. So we still have a very big problem in our judiciary. So if they are really maintaining it, I believe that the leaders or the party people will really guide it.
While the issue of defection has been a long-standing concern, residents are hopeful for a better system that prioritizes the people's interests first. Osarogie Agwebo, reporting for Beetv News.
Growing worries have emerged over the activities of food vendors who sell meals around gutters and drainage areas, a practice residents say poses serious health risks to the public. Beetv News Favor Kolawole reports that residents frowned at the trend, explaining that selling and preparing food close to gutters exposes meals to contamination from dirt, wastewater and harmful microorganisms. They warn that frequent consumption of such food could lead to outbreak of foodborne disease.
Gutters often serves as channel for wastewater, making the surrounding unhygienic and unsafe for food vending. Residents express worry that many buyers, driven by convenience or low prices, may ignore the health implications associated with eating food sold in such conditions. They warn that consuming such food could lead to the spread of foodborne diseases among the public.
What you must know, health is wealth. The unhygienic situation in that area is not okay. And all these flies and other things can fetch on this food if they are not well covered. And people go there to buy and eat. Tomorrow you need to have a stomach problem.
The residents further emphasize that sanitation should be given greater attention in such areas, stressing the need for regular environmental sanitation exercise and strict hygiene practices around food vending locations. According to them, gutters are often channels for waste and should never serve as points for sale of consumable items.
Create a space or a place, either in the marketplace or anywhere else that will contain them when they make their food, bring them there to come and sell. Or the other way around, if the food is properly secured by covering them, see some people when they cook food, they put it in takeaway pack, that one can still head.
So what I would advise the relevant authority to do is that every Saturday, weekend, they should try as much as possible to carry out sanitation exercise in that area, disinfect that area, so that when these people come to reduce the disease effect in that place, then to those people that are selling food, they should proper hygiene in the area they are selling, their surrounding. They should flare it, remove all the debris in that place.
They called on relevant environmental and health authorities to intensify monitoring and enforcement while urging food vendors to operate only in clean and approved environments. The residents also appealed to the public to be cautious about where they buy food from, noting that health safety begins with a clean environment. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
The overloading of trucks and carts by wheelbarrow pushers in Benin City continue to give cause for worry on residents, as many of these pushers pile goods far beyond their capacity of their trucks, disturbing public safety. Beetv News' Precious Agbolaho reports that these overloaded carts often obstruct free movements, fall over in traffic or cause accidents, particularly during peak hours. This practice not only damages the road but also puts pedestrians and drivers at risk.
The issue of overloading, I can concur to that. But mind you, those people that own the goods should be.
Truck
Truck pushers, also known as wheelbarrow pusher or cart pushers, are individuals who move goods manually using hand-push carts or small trucks, especially in markets, construction sites, or busy urban areas. They usually help traders, shoppers, or builders transport heavy loads like food items, building materials, or household goods over short distance. However, some of these pushers overload their trucks to the point of struggling to control the overloading trucks, especially on slopes or tight corners. Residents frown at the constant overloading of these trucks, stating that it could cause road accidents, obstruct free movement, or even damage road.
This excess of load being carried by these aboki is unpleasant and alarming as well. And if government can have an agency to monitor them, and if they can also have their own pathway in which they also park.
I think if ever you want to fix a problem like that, the government should set up a kind of a body to regulate those people or to instruct them on what to do.
So my own observation with what you have just said, I don't think there's anything government can do. The wheelbarrow pushers, they are just surviving, doing all this for the survival of the fittest. That is their way of livelihood. So if you tell them not to do that, what else? Except government will provide job opportunity for them. Like wheelbarrow pushers, look for a way. They might not be graduates anyway. Look for something else for them to do to survive.
The need for government intervention was strongly emphasized by residents who urged authorities to create policy regulating the activities of truck pushers. They appeal to business owners and market traders who hire these pushers to be more conscious and avoid overloading their goods. Precious Agbolaho reporting for Beetv News.
Residents of Benin City have called on the government and all relevant bodies to swiftly carry out maintenance of the various historical sites in Benin City that are in a deteriorating condition. Beetv News' Precious Agbolaho quotes residents as saying that the various historical sites represent the rich history and heritage of the Edo people and reflects the cultural values of the Edo kingdom and serve as a link to the past, showcasing the craftsmanship and tradition that have been preserved through generations.
Cultural artifacts and heritage sites are valuable treasures that embody the history, tradition, and identity of a people. They serve as physical link to the past, offering insight into the way of life, belief, and artistic expression of generation before us. However, some of these monuments, such as sculptures in Benin City, are in a deteriorating condition and in urgent need of maintenance and restoration. The poor condition of these historical heritage sites threatens the preservation of the rich cultural heritage they represent.
Government to intervene in this artifact issues that this is our heritage and this is what we stand for. So any person coming to Benin know that at least with their view, know that they are entering this the ancient city of Benin. So it's very important that the government put more effort to sustain this legacy and culture.
Some residents stress that although the government has begun working on some of the sculptures around the city, there is still a pressing need for others to be maintained. While others commended the efforts of the government, they expressed hope that more attention to be given to the preservation of these cultural symbols, noting that the historical sites represent the heritage and identity of the Benin people and should be protected for future generations.
And the artifacts that are being maintained, I so much appreciate the government's efforts in that direction. The old Benin city is being turned into a new city. You can see how the beautification of the ring road is going on by His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebo. He's a man after our heart, Otoknadu. The good work he has just begun. I pray that the Lord Almighty give him the strength, the encouragement to carry out his good works. I can also say that there are other outlets to the Benin city where all these arts artifacts are being erected. I think they also need that torch so that that beautification will be spread across Benin City.
Speaking with the curator of Benin Museum, Dr. Mark Olita, said that the art is part of the legacy of Benin culture that is well known around the world and need to be preserved and maintained so that generations to come will meet them. He said the media, government, traditional institutes and lovers of art to take it upon themselves in ensuring historical sites and artifacts are preserved and maintained.
Legacy of Benin. I can say if you subtract art from the history of Benin, it's no longer complete, because this art is something that are made, particularly when it comes to issue of bronze. It has made Benin to be well known all over the world, and based on this, it is something that we need, both the government, the individual, and everybody, we need to look inward on how we'll be able to preserve this cultural heritage, and so important to us and our society. And for the sake of the children yet unborn, to an extent in our own case, we have seen some.
It is, however, hoped that relevant authorities should prioritize restoration efforts to preserve the rich heritage they represent. Precious Agbolaho reporting for Beetv News.
At least 7 people have been confirmed dead following what began as a peaceful protest by women in Beetv community in Lamedo local government area of Adamawa State. The protest sparked by alleged invasions by members of the Chopel community reportedly turned chaotic after an altercation between the protesters and security operatives.
Grief, anger and deep frustration filled the air as women dressed in black gathered to mourn. They said that more than 7 victims had been part of a peaceful protest in Lamode aimed at drawing attention to the repeated incursions into their community. The demonstration, they added, ended tragically after a confrontation with security personnel.
Our women were killed by uniformed personnel. Leave us with griefs in our hearts as a people. As women, we call the government to fight for our rights. Because according to the Constitution of Nigeria, we have a right to life.
From Numan General Hospital, hundreds of women and youth took to the streets chanting solidarity songs and briefly disrupting traffic along major roads as they proceeded towards Lamode for the mass burial of the victims. Their destination is the Lamode Local Government Secretariat, where they intend to lay the women to rest. Many eyewitnesses at the scene recounted what they described as a terrifying experience.
The women are protesting about what happened, about what security men supposed to have done. They didn't do. So those army, they were coming with about some of the trucks. That is the military. They came. One of their truck passed. There was a guy holding a MG gun on top of the truck. One of the truck. When they come, they shot the bullet at the top and on the air. He shot at the air like this. They laughed. They were laughing. They shot the bullet. The road was open. Everybody cleared out. They went and passed. So those particular people that shot this bullet I'm holding right now, when they came, they stopped the car. They stopped the truck. I've never seen where a military man came down from a truck and went on his knee, pinned down, and aimed at the women in close range and fired bullet on rapid. And shot about over 20 people at the spot. 5 people were lying dead.
No one was having any armed. Nobody was having something with them. We were just holding leaves.
However, the Nigerian army has since refuted the claims in a public statement, urging the communities to remain calm as investigations continue. The Beetv community is calling on the Adamawa state government, security authorities, and relevant federal institutions to launch a transparent inquiry and ensure justice for the slain women. Zainab Mohammed reporting for Beetv News.
Spanning sectors from education to agriculture, Global Home and Lifestyle Retailer ORCA has strengthened its presence in Africa by opening its largest showroom on the continent in Lagos. The launch highlights growing investor confidence in Nigerian consumer markets, even amid current economic challenges. The report.
The new showroom, located in Eco Atlantic City, Lagos, spans 50,000 square meters and offers more than 100,000 SKUs across 4 floors, making it the largest home and lifestyle retail space in West Africa. Oka, which operates in 22 African countries, said the Lagos investment is part of its long-term growth strategy to consolidate market share across the region. The company noted that Nigerians' large population, rising urbanization, and increasing demand for modern home solutions make Lagos a strategic choice for its flagship operation.
As part of our long-term expansion strategy, we are planning to open multiple Orca showrooms across several Nigerian states, ensuring that more families across the country have access to our world and of modern, accessible home and lifestyle solutions.
Development of this magnitude will support the creation of significant jobs in sales, merchandising, design, warehousing, facility management, and so much more. It also boosts local linkages with the strong collaboration between Orca and local Nigerian manufacturers.
The Lagos showroom, which features categories such as furniture, decor, lighting, kitchenware, outdoor items, children's products, and lifestyle accessories, is expected to further strengthen Orca's competitive positioning. The governor of Lagos State noted that the expansion demonstrates Orca's commitment to Africa's retail economy, with particular focus on Lagos State.
As Africa's largest showroom, this establishment will create jobs. It will help stimulate employment for our young, teeming, innovative, smart minds. It will help to generate increased revenue for government, and everyone will indeed see a growth.
We bring over 100,000 products under one roof, carefully curated to meet the diverse lifestyles and tastes of African households. This Lagos flagship does not just offer variety, it offers an evolving world of design, comfort, and functionality.
With existing operations in Senegal, Ivory Coast, and Nigeria, Orca's West African expansion reinforces the company's long-term confidence with the region's retail future. Zainab Mohammed reporting for Beetv News.
Governor Ademola Adeleke has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the Accord Party. He resigned from the PDP on Monday, citing ongoing crisis within the party's national leadership. In a statement issued by his spokesperson, Olawale Rashid, the governor expressed gratitude to the PDP for the opportunity to serve under its banner both as a senator and as governor. President Bola Tinubu has formally asked the Senate to approve the deployment of Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin. Following last week's attempted coup in a neighboring West African country, the president explained that Nigeria had already provided air support to help Beninese security forces restore calm after Moutinho's soldiers tried to seize power. He said the latest request stems from a formal appeal by the Beninese government, which is seeking additional help to prevent a relapse into instability. The attempted coup in Cotonou has raised concern across the ECOWAS region, coming at a time when West Africa is still grappling with a series of military takeovers in Niger, Brazil, Burkina Faso, and Guinea. The Nigerian Shippers Council has launched a new digital management platform aimed at streamlining workflows and addressing long-standing administrative delays. This initiative comes in line with the federal government's directive requiring all ministries, departments, and agencies to transition to a fully paperless system by December 2025.
Nigeria's march towards full digital governance is entering a critical phase as the federal government insists that all ministries, departments, and agencies must complete their transition to a paperless system by December 2025 under the Enterprise Content Management Initiative. At the unveiling of the Nigerian Shippers Council Enterprise Content Management System in Abuja, top government officials emphasized the urgency of the digital push.
By strengthening internal coordination, documentation integrity, and operational transparency, the system will greatly enhance the Council's overall regulatory effectiveness and the quality of service ultimately delivered to stakeholders.
This transformation aligns seamlessly with the Ministry Board's agenda
of improving port performance, reducing inefficiencies, and enhancing Nigerian competitiveness in regional and global trade.
The Council's enterprise content management platform is designed to eliminate delays, end manual file movement, and streamline public sector workflow through automated processes, secure digital approvals, and real-time dashboards.
While it is not targeted at external stakeholders, it is an essential enabler of better service delivery to them by improving the speed, accountability, and transparency of our internal processes. We are strengthening the foundation of our regulatory role.
Reiterating the government stance, the head of Civil Service of the Federation emphasized that the December 2025 paperless deadline is sacrosanct, urging all agencies to accelerate implementation.
Under this plan, we have adopted a bold reform agenda structured around 6 pillars, which are capability building and talent management, performance management system, the integrated personnel and payroll information system.
With more MDAs deploying similar system, the government says a faster, cleaner, and more transparent public service is well within reach if agencies remain committed. Zainab Mohammed reporting for Beetv News.
The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry has elected Mr. Leye Kopoluyi as its 44th president and chairman of the council, following the completion of Mr. Gabriel Idausa's tenure, who assumed office on December 7, 2023. Mr. Kopoluyi, an engineer and former deputy president of the chamber, succeeded him as president. The Director General of the Chamber, Dr. Chinyere Almona, announced the election during the Chamber's 137th Annual General Meeting held at the Commerce House in Victoria Island, Lagos. The outgoing president stated that Mr. Leye's election reflects his long-standing commitment to the Chamber's ideal and his contributions to promoting a competitive environment for Nigerian businesses.
BOI Innovation Hub, which is now a very important facility in Lagos for the technology industry. We also significantly improved the Lagos International Trade Fair, and it was widely acclaimed to have been much better than previous years. We have also significantly improved our facilities here at the Commerce House and our conference center. So these facilities are now providing much better services to our members. And we also play our role in advocacy on major national issues in the economy. And the government, of course, the federal and the state governments, Lagos state government, work with us. We are grateful to both the federal and state government for their cooperation in ensuring that some of the policies that we had been advocating for over the years were eventually implemented in these last 2 years.
Group Fame Foundation says it has secured justice for a minor who was brutalized by a female guardian earlier this year. The group made the announcement at a gathering to review its 2025 activities and set the agenda for the coming year. The foundation also announced that it's trained over 1,000 youths and girls in various skills, including the production of reusable sanitary pads. The Minister of Youth and Chairman of the Sports Commission appreciated the foundation's contribution to youth development. The government reaffirmed its commitment to empowering youth amid economic challenges.
Her body was filled, as in with cane. The only part of her body she didn't touch was her face. And this girl's head teacher cried out to us, and we took her to NAPTIP, and we joined NAPTIP, to sue the woman to court, and she got the right judgment. And of course, we have other cases like that we are currently handling. We're in court also handling the cases.
As Mr. President will say, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu with this CFR supports our national assets. It's one of our fundamental national assets. It breaks all our fault lines. It's create the value we want. It create both the economic benefit, the social benefit, and also the whatever you need to do in the society. Sports can always drive it. You can see once we are playing sports in Nigeria, football in particular, nobody cares who you are, what white you are, who you worship, why you worship. We are all Nigerians on one. So we have to build on that. We have to keep what the president is doing now, we have to keep investing in sports.
Next 2 years, we want to see 7 million youths upscale their skills and also have a skill, even if you don't have at all. So that it will not be about certificate alone. It will be fine. You have a certificate, you have a skill. If you have a skill before, you upscale your skill, and you are there to make sure that you also create impact in other people.
And now to the business segment. The Nigerian government has endorsed a joint venture between Vestergaard Shell and Harvest Field Industry Limited to establish the country's first mosquito net manufacturing facility in Ogun State. The initiative, operating under the name SNG Health, is expected to boost national health security by reducing dependence on imported nets while supporting malaria control efforts. Production of permanent dual Vestergaard dual active ingredients net designed to counter insecticide resistance is scheduled to begin in April 2026 with an annual output target of 10 million nets and the creation of 600 skilled jobs. The report.
Key government and development partners attended the groundbreaking ceremony, including representatives from the Presidential Value Chain Initiative, Federal Ministry of Health, National Malaria Elimination Program, the Swiss Consulate, and the World Bank. Officials expressed support for the project, noting its potential to strengthen local manufacturing capacity and align with national commitments such as the Yode Declaration on Malaria Reduction. Nigeria currently bears the highest malaria burden globally, accounting for 25% of cases worldwide. Experts say the local production of advanced mosquito nets will improve access to effective prevention tools and support long-term malaria control strategies. The factory is expected to enhance health security, reinforce supply stability, and ensure locally produced nets meet global standards for widespread distribution across the country. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria (ICANN) has inducted 1,600 accounting technicians at its 63rd Accounting Technicians Cape West African induction ceremony in Lagos. This marks the largest cohort in the history of the institute, surpassing the previous record of 1,303 inductees set in July 2025. Senior ICANN officials, past presidents, and professional stakeholders attended the ceremony, which emphasized the importance of competence and discipline in the accounting profession. In an address to the inductees, ICANN President Malam Haruna Yahaya underscored the significance of the ATS qualification, describing it as a rigorous and standardized framework under the association accountancy bodies in West Africa. He urged the new technicians to embrace professionalism, integrity, and responsibility as they join over 35,000 certified accounting technicians across the sub-region. The ceremony concluded with the oath of allegiance, officially admitting the inductees into the profession. Attendees highlighted the importance of accountability in national development and public financial management. Families and well-wishers celebrated the achievement of the graduate, making another milestone for the institute and the development of accounting capacity in West Africa. Razul, a Nigerian carbonated beverage brand, has concluded a nationwide digital campaign themed "Normal is Boring," aimed at promoting creativity and self-expression among young people. The campaign featured popular online creators Brainjota and Emanuela, whose content quickly gained traction across social media platforms, sparking widespread participation and making the hashtag trend online within hours. The initiative encouraged Nigerian youth to showcase originality across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X, using creative formats such as dance, comedy, lifestyle, storytelling, and visual expression. The brand positioned its diverse flavors as symbols of versatility and individuality, reinforcing its message that people do not need to conform to society's expectations to stand out. To reward creativity, Razo awarded 4 million to 40 of the most original campaign entries nationwide. The brand stated that the strong response reflects a growing desire among young Nigerians to embrace uniqueness and challenge stereotypes. The campaign strengthened Razo's connection with youth culture by promoting authenticity and positioning the beverage as a symbol of confidence and bold.
There is a sense of disbelief in this Sierra Leonean village as people weep in front of the bodies of two teenage boys wrapped in white clothes. The day before, 16-year-old Mohammed Bangura and 17-year-old Yaya Janet left their homes in Nimbadu in the country's eastern province, hoping to earn a little extra money for their families. They had gone in search of gold but never returned. The makeshift pit they were digging in collapsed on them. This was the third fatal mine accident, leaving a total of at least 5 children dead in the last 4 years in this region. Mohammed and Yaya were part of the phenomenon that has seen a growing number of children missing school in parts of Sierra Leone to mine the precious metal in potentially lethal pits, according to head teachers and community activists. The eastern province has historically been known for diamond mining, but in recent years, informal or artisanal gold mining has expanded as the diamond reserves have been depleted. Nigerian singer Daniel Etise Benson, popularly known as BNXN, has spoken publicly about the emotional difficulties he faces in relationship, particularly in Lagos. In a recent post on X, the artist expressed frustration over his experiences with love, prompting widespread reactions from fans. Also, author Sophie Kinsella dies aged 55. The report. His comments resurfaced memories of past controversies, including his 2022 disputes with alleged ex-girlfriend Philma Jones, who accused him of impregnating and abandoning her before leaking private photos. BNXN later revealed that the incident caused significant emotional distress and marked his first major heartbreak. He also recounted another encounter with a woman who attempted to blackmail him with a false pregnancy claim after one night affair. The singer's opponent has generated mixed reactions online, with fans offering support, humor, and advice. Many attributed his struggles to the fast-paced and unpredictable dating culture in Lagos, noting that relationship challenges in the city affect both celebrities and ordinary residents. A Nigerian Reverend Sister Gina King, has responded to criticism following the release of her birthday photo shoot in which she wore medical scrubs that included trousers. The photo drew attention on social media and triggering debates about appropriate attire for members of religious order. In a post on her Facebook page, she explained that her outfit was a standard medical scrub, not a fashion statement. She clarified that trousers are a normal part of a scrub attire and are required for practicality and professionalism in medical environments. Her explanation aimed to correct misconceptions and address concerns from critics who question her choice of clothing. The response has sparked further discussions on public expectations of religious figures and the realities of their work in modern professional settings. Best-selling British author Sophie Kinsella, known internationally for the Shopaholic series, has died at the age of 55. Her family announced her passing, revealing that she has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer in 2022. A statement described the family's heartbreak and paid tribute to her vibrant personality and impact on readers worldwide. Born in London in 1969, Kinsella studied at New College, Oxford, and began her writing career under her married name, Madeline Wickham, publishing The Tennis Party at age 24. She later adopted the pen name Sophie Kinsella and rose to global fame in 2000 with The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic, which introduced the beloved character Becky Bloomwood and launched a best-selling franchise. Over her career, Kinsella sold more than 50 million books across 60 countries and wrote additional novels including Can You Keep a Secret and The Undomestic Goddess. Her final work, a novella titled What Does It Feel Like, was released in October 2024 and drew from her experience living with cancer. Her family, fans, and the literary community continue to celebrate her lasting legacy. And that's it on the entertainment news. Evelyn is reporting for BTV News. And lastly, on today's bulletin, FIFA President Gianni Infantino is facing formal complaints to the World Soccer Body Ethics Committee after publicly supporting U.S. President Donald Trump and awarded him a newly created FIFA Peace Prize during the 2026 World Cup draw. And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on Beetv Major News. I remain Evelyn Isabel.